What's up, everybody? My name is Brandon. I don't know if you've seen or heard from me on Instagram or not, my stories, ads, posts, whatever. I have an Instagram influencer marketing course that my wife and I developed because my wife had some early success and got growing, scaled her account to over 10,000 followers within 6 months and accumulated over $10,000 worth of products and payments, real, organic, niche-specific followers. We're in the parenting niche. We're passionate parents, and we learned about the opportunity, and we went all in, and then we decided to turn around and help other families take advantage of it because it's absolutely amazing. Anything we needed for our third son, our third child. I don't know why I said third son. Anyways, anything we needed for our third child, we were able to get, and it's been an absolute blessing on our lives. Crib, baby monitors, diaper bags, stroller, car seat, king-size memory foam mattress. No, that wasn't for our son. That was for us. So we have been able to get a lot of things for us and for our daughters as well, like $400 vouchers of shoes. And it's really been a financial blessing on our lives, and I know it can be a financial blessing on your life too. But if you're landing on this video, you probably don't care about my life, and you just want some basic tips and growth strategies, and that's what I'm here to bring to you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about the algorithm. And no, I don't work for Instagram. A lot of this is speculations, but there are a few for sure things that we know about the algorithm that I want to share with you guys because it will increase, okay? The first thing, and this doesn't really go with the algorithm specifically, but it goes with Instagram, is your trust score, okay? So if you've been using third-party apps or automation softwares, your trust score is going to be poop. It's going to be down. It's going to be 0 if you're not banned or blocked already. In 2019, specifically June of 2019, they just had an update and they banned millions of accounts. They shut down many softwares and apps, and they're trying to get rid of automation. They want to get rid of the bots. They want to get rid of the spammers. They want to get rid of all that crap. And it sucks for the real users because we're kind of caught up in the middle of it, just being overly active users if you're trying to grow on Instagram. So you're not a bot, but you're a more than average user. So it's kind of like you're in that suspicious line, and they may be throwing action blocks at you and whatnot. And some people think that they're throwing random action blocks out there to monitor people's behaviors afterward. Because a lot of the automation softwares, when they experience a block or an error like that, they completely shut down. And that's not human-like behavior. Like if me or my wife was to get action blocks, well, if we got follow blocked, you know what I mean? We would still like, and we would still comment, and we would still DM and engage on Instagram. And I think they're monitoring behavior because they're leading up to another great purge. I know I said they just removed millions of accounts, but I don't think that's the end of it. I think that that's just the beginning. Several people that we talked to said they lost hundreds of followers. That doesn't mean that they had fake followers. It just means some of their followers were using automation softwares, and they got their account got hammered, got banned, deleted, whatever you want to say about it. But anyways, I want to talk about your trust score and a couple ways you can increase your trust score. First of all, get off of all third-party apps. Do it by hand. Get back to the basics. Back to basics, okay? Very important. You get back to the basics. Comb through the people you're following and remove all the inactives. Remove all the crap accounts that you don't want to follow. Only follow the accounts you truly want to follow, okay? Remove all the clutter and all the crap. It's going to help you. And also the trust score. Some people say that if you are following too many people, it hurts your trust score. Like if you're over 5,000, some say 1,500. If you're following more than 1,500, it's going to hurt your score because not that many people follow under 1,500. But I call BS on that. There's a lot of average day-to-day people who do have over 1,500 and follow over 1,500. Smaller accounts who have between 1,000 and 2,000 followers are usually following back about the same ratio. Normal everyday people. Because a lot of times that's how it goes. Honestly, a lot of people don't like follow for follow. But look, when you're first starting, a lot of people aren't going to want to tell you this. But when you first start, if you're trying to grow your account, follow for follow is the best method. No matter what you're doing, unless you can create viral content, which is very hard. If you know a lot about viral hacking and you jump on viral trends and you got a theme page to leverage or that viral trend suits your niche or genre or theme on your page. Anyways, we want to get back to the basics and and you want to, in the beginning, you're gonna have to utilize that follow for follow. That's how you gain a core follower. In almost any platform, in anything that you do, a lot of people, they say, hey, if you follow me, I'll check your stuff out, and I'll follow you, and you check my stuff out, and then, if we continue to like each other's stuff, we'll remain following each other. If not, one of us will end up unfollowing, and the other one will unfollow later on. That's natural. Don't think about the follow for follow method as like taboo, because you're not gonna grow this massive ratio. You're not gonna have 10,000 followers and only be following 600 people. This number, if you do see accounts that have this, I'm telling you right now, they're dumping money into their account, which a lot of us don't have a ton of spare money to just dump into our account. You can do it through shout outs, giveaways, paid ads. There's a bunch of methods. Paying for automation, which will get you banned now, so don't pay for automation. But if they got in a following like this, they're either leveraging another platform, because a lot of times if they have a big following on another platform and they leverage it, they're able to grow this without having to grow this end of it. The other thing, like I said, they're dumping money into it, or they're following and unfollowing at a really high ratio. Don't follow, unfollow. You're gonna tarnish your name. It looks bad. People will start to hate you, block you, and if your account is getting blocked and reported by a ton of other accounts, well, guess what? There goes your trust score. Oh, and I didn't mention, I probably should mention this, but what do you think happens when your trust score goes down? Instagram is going to stop showing your content, okay? They're not going to allow you to get on the Explore page. Now, a lot of that has to do with the algorithm. It's not like they can just block you off, but they will decrease the algorithm out of your favor, not within your favor, or whatever, however you want to explain it. Again, nothing's for sure about the algorithm. There's speculation, but there is a sense to it. There is a science to it, okay? An algorithm, math to it, I guess you want to say. So your trust score. So if you're consistently following and unfollowing and getting blocked and all that, your trust score is going to go down and your reach will go down. If you have experienced issues with your reach in the past months, it could be because of your trust score. Instagram has really been highlighting on that trust score lately, that trust score factor. Again, speculation, but what people are saying and experiencing and the results and the testing, it comes out to be pretty legitimate. It sounds pretty legitimate. The results are there. So you want to keep your account clean and work on getting that trust score up. Don't follow and unfollow. Now, down the road, if they don't follow you back, unfollow them. But don't do it like you follow 1,000 people and then turn around and dump 1,000. Follow that. No, you want to build core followers. And the best way to build core followers in the beginning, I know I have an eraser right there and I'm using a paper towel. It doesn't make sense. I've erased so much with this eraser recently that it's clogged up. I need to wash it out. So I grabbed the paper towel. Now my paper towel's looking that way too. So we're getting back to the basics. And if you're under 5,000, you need to do the follow for follow. The follow for follow method, okay? Now, a good way to do the follow for follow method is, well, let me just explain a little bit. If you just simply follow them, they're probably like a 15-25% chance to follow you back. Their notification will get lost. They probably won't see it, and they're trying to grow their ratio, so they're probably not going to follow you back. Now, if you follow, what am I doing here? If you follow and like a couple of their pictures, they're like a 25 to 50% chance to follow you back because you actually engage with them. You popped up on their notifications more than once, multiple times. They're a little bit more likely to follow you back there. Now, if you follow, like, and comment, they're probably about a 50 to 80% chance to follow you back because you're engaging with them. You took that comment is a big step. And I'm not talking about some stupid comment like, you're beautiful, or this looks amazing, or, something like that. I'm talking about a genuine comment. So, you land on their page, you follow them, you like a couple of their pictures, then you leave a genuine comment on one of them like, hey, that looks pretty cool. I never been to a place like that, or I never seen something like that before, or I never heard that before. That's a pretty good quote, or something like that. Like you actually have more than 4 comments. A lot of people say, or 4 words, 4+ words is what counts for the algorithm engagement, the boost. So follow, like, comment on somebody who has got an account like yours. Follow for follow. Now, I know we said we were talking about the algorithm, and I went off here, but I want to talk about getting back to the basics with the follow for follow. There's a lot of people look to all these experts, and experts won't teach that. 90% of the experts that I watch are, like, I'm sure you're going to YouTube to watch these, right? So you know whose accounts or whose videos you're landing on? 9 times out of 10, you're landing on experts' videos who have hundreds of thousands or 30 or 40,000 subscribers. And they're leveraging their YouTube subscribers to gain a following. And then the same thing, people are leveraging their Facebook followers. And a lot of people, I found out literally like 98% of people teaching methods. They're either teaching methods that they never really had to use, or they're teaching methods that don't really apply to people because they're leveraging, their actual growth is coming from leveraging other accounts. They say, yeah, because I'm creating good content, yeah, because I'm doing this, but that's not really why they were growing. They were really growing because they're leveraging other sources that they're not telling you about. I found there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of information out there that is going to hold you back and keep you from success because you're going to listen to these experts. And trust me, I did it. I've spent thousands of hours in research and development and working and building out this system and for my course members because I wanted my wife to be able to grow in a way that was effective and ethical and be able to turn Instagram into an income stream around our lifestyle, which she has done. And then, after I realized that what we had, the value of it, we turned around and started sharing it with other people. Anyways, getting off track again here. We're going to get back to the basics. The follow for follow. And I want to talk about the algorithm a little more in depth and things that influence the algorithm, okay? So if you are simply posting, you need to be posting consistently. The more consistently you create content and you post, the higher the algorithm is gonna rank you. Is gonna put you up there and put your reach up there. That's also gonna be determined by the engagement based upon those posts as well. Because if they're not getting much engagement and there's not a lot of people, that are interested in your content, they're not gonna show it to a lot of people because ultimately Instagram's goal is to keep as many people on their platform as possible. And if your content isn't engaging or interesting, then it's useless to them. So they're not going to show it to people. So you want to post consistently, post good content. I have a video, check it out, on creating good content. I talk about the core principles of AIDA, the attention, interest, desire, and action. The acronym is used worldwide in marketing, in movies, and everything. It's a really good thing to learn and to know about when creating content. I also talk about presets and cameras and all that stuff. So post good content consistently. The more you post, the better. At least once a day, Monday through Friday, weekends, whatever, take off. Nobody's going to... it's not going to make that much of a difference. There's lower engagement, tends to be lower engagement on the weekends anyways. So posting consistently, early engagement. Now, early engagement group. If you have heard of engagement groups, I want to tell you something, okay? Instagram has been aware of engagement groups. They know about engagement groups. They want to stop engagement groups to a point because it's people taking advantage of their platform to get their content seen, I guess. So a lot of the Telegram groups are getting shut down. There's a lot of ways they're curbing engagement groups, and I'm not going to go into all of that in this video. But basically, if you're in an engagement group, a big one, and you're not all following each other, it's useless. Unless your content is consistently ranking and getting seen in the Explore page, Instagram knows that all of these random accounts who aren't following you and aren't seeing it in the feed and aren't seeing it in the search page, well, they're like, hey, how is this? It's like a red flag in the algorithm. Like, well, there's no possible way that this account could have seen this content, I guess, unless it was shared through a blog, but then you would have the tracking code for that. Anyways, Instagram knows, so at least make sure your engagement group is, first of all, everybody in it is following each other, because that's the only real way that a lot of smaller accounts are actually going to see each other's posts. Second, make sure your engagement groups take place on Instagram, through Instagram, because then if you at least visit each other's profiles through Instagram, going through DMs. Now, I know they block some groups and DM groups, and they say they flag the emojis, and they flag this, and they track the UTMs and all of that, and I know, but if you have one ran very well, maybe you use a hashtag, or you, instead of an emoji, you just put a brief description. And look at it this way. We call them support groups or a care group. I heard from, I think, Jade on, she's a big YouTuber. She called them care groups. And it's not an engagement group. Don't look for engagement groups of just get in this engagement group to help your algorithm. No. Get in a support group of a bunch of like-minded people who genuinely care about each other's content, and you make friends, and you actually boost your algorithm naturally by getting yourself involved within a community of people who care about each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge thing. I'm gonna have another video about that. You'll be able to check it out. It'll be my support group video. But I'm gonna keep going with the algorithm for now to keep talking about some getting back to the basics. And I guess I should put algorithm up there. I'm probably confusing you guys. I just wanted to let you know that sometimes you start to grow a little bit and then you get distracted because, again, there's so many different ways to grow and so much information out there, and I've been through it, guys. I know what it feels like. And you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start doing this, and you stray away from the basics, and then you stop growing because you were trying to go after the shiny object syndrome of faster ways to grow, and then they weren't working for you, and then you get all confused, and it just slows you down and bogs you down. Don't jump on that overload of information. There's a lot of information out there. You really gotta watch who you're listening to. So let's go with the algorithm. I don't know how to spell that. I'm not a good speller. But posting consistently, early engagement. This one's big. Utilizing Instagram features. If you are just simply getting on and posting your content and then engaging with people, Instagram sees you as you're only using a quarter of their platform. Now, if you're getting on, you're posting consistently, you're engaging with people, and you're posting stories, and you're sharing your life through stories, well, now you're using a little bit more of the platform. You're using about half or 3/4 of the platform. Now, if you're also doing live occasionally, like maybe once a week, you're going on live and doing stories, well, now you're using more of their platform. So the more of the platform you utilize, their features, the more features on the platform you utilize, the bigger boost in your algorithm you're going to get, the higher reach you're going to get with your content, because they know hey, this guy does a lot. They're really active. They're doing good. They're posting. They're engaging. They're doing stories. They're doing lives. They're doing TVs. They're a real good user. They're putting in hard work and time, and they deserve to be seen by more people. And again, that's going to be determined on your engagement. And talking about your trust score, real quick again, that's another reason it's good to have real engaging followers, because if you come out the gate and you buy 5,000, 10,000 followers, but your engagement is low, and then the only accounts that are engaging with you is fake engagement, which is people not following you and all of that, your trust score is going to be like negative 5,000, and your reach is going to be like 100 counts a month. It's a little extreme, but what I'm saying is, like, your trust score is going to be crap. Like, your followers matter. The quality of your followers matter. That's going to determine everything within the algorithm. Instagram knows, okay? Like, Facebook is coined as the all-seeing eye in the world for a reason. I don't know if you guys heard that, but if you ever looked into Facebook's terms and conditions and their advertisement policies and all the data they collect for advertisements, I took a social media marketing course to get certified for to start my own social media marketing agency, and it is wild how in-depth the targeting system is and how much data they have collected on everybody. Like, it's mind-boggling. Okay, it's absolutely mind-boggling. Look into it one day. They are literally around the world. They're coined the all-seeing eye. Like Facebook has more data than the FBI. Seriously, like the FBI probably goes to Facebook for information. Anyways, and that's what makes Mark Zuckerberg like the richest man alive, age adjusted, because yeah, Facebook's a free platform, but where do you think he gets all of his money? Advertising, and the relevancy of advertisements to users, and that kind of is what goes with the algorithm. Like, it's got to have a high relevancy, and that brings me to the next point. Your content, your hashtags, they have to be very relevant. I'll put hashtags down here too for the algorithm. The more relevant your content is to your hashtags, to your users, to your followers, the better reach you're going to get. The more you're going to get seen, the higher chances you get on the explore page. And that comes in the hashtags too. Same principles there. The more relevant it is to your account, because now, if you see in the hashtag page, you got fitness and sports, and they're actually categorizing hashtags, okay? So when you consistently use specific hashtags on your account is being put into a genre. So if you're all over the place, it's going to kind of confuse the algorithm. You have to keep your account relevant. Now, you do want to be a Lifecaster and share your life, and I'm going to have another video about Lifecaster, depending on when you're watching this, about life casting. That's a really good video. Check it out. It's very important if you want to be a paid influencer. But let me share a quick hashtag strategy with you guys. It's the 3-3-3 strategy. 3 broad hashtags, 3 close hashtags, and 3 exact hashtags. Now, the reason behind the 3-3-3 strategy... Oh, this is getting bad. I need to go get a new... or clean my eraser. Or go get a new paper towel. Bear with me. The reason behind the 3-3-3 strategy is because... So say this is 1, 2, 3... So these are your amount of hashtags, and this is your reach. Okay, the not max, but where it peaks reach, and then it goes down. And this is a global statistic. You can look it up. The max reach, or the highest amount of posts, is 9 or 10. If you have 9 or 10 hashtags, universally, if you have 9 or 10 hashtags, those are the highest performing posts. The posts that have 9 or 10 hashtags are the highest performing. Because if you use too many hashtags, you can confuse the algorithm. You can confuse the whole relevancy thing, because you're, instead of doing 3 broad, maybe you're doing 10 or 15 of them are really broad, like happy and excited and go lucky and horseshoes, and like you got a ton of random ones in there. Well, you're confusing it. You're going to do more harm than good. You have to be, when I say broad, it's like, okay, you're standing out here, and it's in the winter and you're playing in the snow with your kids. Well, then you say winter, and it could be snow. Now, those are broad ones. Your close ones could be making snow angels, or building a snowman, or family time in the snow, or family time, or, you know what I mean? It's a close. And then your exact, well, that would actually be exact. Let me rephrase that real quick. Your broad could be winter, or the month, maybe it's February or January. Close would be playing in the snow, or family time, or family fun in the snow. Your exact would be building snowmen, or snow angels, or catching snowflakes, or snowball fight. That would be exactly what you're doing. Close is kind of like just information, about what you're, like family time or family fun in the snow or whatever. And then your broad is obviously the month or whatever, the really broad ones. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty much sums up that hashtag strategy, the 3-3-3. It's because of that statistic right there, that global statistic of the reach per hashtags, and because you don't want to put too many and confuse it. 3-3-3 strategy. I think this was taught to me by, I believe it was Paul Getter. who taught it. So that's a really good strategy to help influence the algorithm. And that pretty much sums it up. Make sure you're using a quick recap. Make sure you're utilizing all the features. Make sure you're posting consistently. Make sure you're creating good content. Watch my video on creating good content. Make sure you're utilizing hashtags and you're actually implementing a hashtag strategy. Make sure your posts and your content and your hashtags are all very relevant to you and your following. So that's why if you're doing the follow for follow method that I talked about in the beginning to grow your account, be following very niche specific accounts that are like yours, people that are going to like content like yours. Because if you're following a bunch of random accounts just for a random follow back, it is doing you no good. If you're going on Facebook and you're in those large Facebook groups and they say follow for follow, and you're following these travel accounts and they're following you back, and these fashion accounts and they're following you back, they're never going to like your content. They're not going to be engaged with you. It's going to be absolutely pointless. Pay attention to what you're doing. If you guys want to learn more and if you want to join the Growth Trail family and get access to our system that helped my wife scale to over 10,000 followers within 6 months and accumulate over $10,000 worth in products and payments, and that's just in recent months, and it keeps scaling up, and some of our members are seeing success. I'll put the link in the bio. You can check out the course, check out the page. You can watch a video about me and my wife, about our life, where we are with influencer marketing, where we're going with it, how we got involved, the opportunity that's available out there, and where it can take you. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I brought you some insight. Again, a lot of it on the algorithm is speculation. I don't know for sure, but I watch and listen to a lot of experts, and I do a lot of research and testing myself, and these are results, and these are things that are actually working. So take it from that, take it from me, take it from the other experts. Again, watch who you watch, because if you're getting an overload of information and misinformation, it can actually hold you back from success. And I want you guys to be successful. I want you to be able to take advantage of this opportunity, because it's been an absolute blessing on our lives, and I know it can be a blessing on your life too. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're looking forward to the next one, or I hope you enjoy the next one, depending on when you're watching this. Thank you.